Now, Australia buys more clothes per person than any other country, around 56 new items a year, and we throw out about the same number. More than 200,000 tonnes of clothes ends up in landfill annually. That's the equivalent weight of 4 Sydney Harbour bridges. And with Christmas shopping underway, experts are warning that fast fashion is fueling a growing environmental crisis, from our landfills to developing nations in the Pacific, where some of our textile waste is ending up. But one local founder thinks we can turn the tide, not by being perfect, but by making small, everyday shifts in how we buy. Mitch Sargent is the founder of a new online marketplace, The Giving Co., that carefully vets environmentally responsible products to help Australians shop more sustainably without the greenwashing and confusion. Mitch joins you now. Good morning, Mitch.
Good morning. And I think the offshoring of our landfill is actually 50% of what we do here. So it's around 200,000 tonnes in Australia. It's about 105 or 100, but basically half actually gets shipped offshore as well.
Hang on, so our landfill we put on a ship and send into the Pacific.
Yeah. A lot of it, and it's the same all around the world. A lot of the first world nations, it's masked as gifting or it's masked as charity. But once it's received in these countries, again, like there's only a certain amount of population in these places. They don't need all these garments. So I think there's about 100,000 thereabouts that gets shipped offshore.
Mitch, it's Black Friday yesterday. It's Cyber Monday on Monday. It's people are online buying gifts. Why do we buy so much? Do we have a reason as to why we love jumping online and walking into a supermarket or a shopping centre and buying stuff?
I think it's become a habit almost now. Like we just sort of do it without thinking. It's become so easy. Again, with the advent of technology, keeping up with the Joneses, and also, with the social media really wanting to feel like you're part of the latest trend. All those things combined, it just makes it so much easier for people just to click and buy and not even think about it. The technology is storing our cards, and we didn't have to physically get up, get out the door, go try it on. It's just become such a streamlined thing, but it's just a cultural thing as well. And currently, it's demanding twice what the natural world can sustain is the amount of things we're consuming, both apparel as well as food and everything else.
There's definitely an endorphin hit, I think, as well, when people click the buy, and then when their door buzzer rings and they go downstairs and there's someone standing there with a new package, which gives them another endorphin hit because they open the package and they try on the clothes and they probably don't fit, and then it's a really potentially vicious cycle for some people.
It is, and it's a self-perpetuating cycle too. It's actually scientifically proven that it's similar to drug addiction, right? So the first time you have a drink or the first time you try something, the endorphin hit is really big, and it's a diminishing return. Every time you take it, you have to take more of that substance, or you have to have more of that event to produce the same amount of endorphin release. And it's the same with online shopping. It's the same with any kind of consumption. That endorphin hit is reduced. So you have to buy more and more to have that same feeling of elation. So it's a bit scary, really.
So you've seen the impact of waste firsthand. Can you tell us the moment overseas that sparked this whole journey for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I was travelling in my mid-20s in Southeast Asia on a scuba diving trip, and I was really blown away. I was actually on a night dive, and when you go down on a night dive, you actually just use a torch. That's all you can see. Your field of vision is very tunneled. And I was really blown away with using this field of vision, the amount of litter that was on the sea floor. Usually during the day, you're looking at the fish, you're looking at the beautiful coral, but the amount of litter that was just already there preceding us in somewhere that I thought was completely pristine. It was a very sparsely populated island that we're on. So following on from that, I thought, how can I do better? I can go plant trees, sure, but we're also busy and we'll have people to provide for, and so I thought, how about what my consumption habits actually are, like things that I'm buying, what's the effect they're having on the environment? So that's when I turned to changing what I was buying, and realised that it wasn't necessarily the easiest thing with a lot of greenwash marketing out there and all the rest of it. This was 10 years ago. We're fortunate now, there are a lot more sustainably focused brands. A lot of the bigger brands are starting to focus more on their full supply chain and what they're doing. So yeah, that's what brought me full circle to where we are now.
So there's a little bit of irony though, because you have started a business that is an online sales platform, but what do you do differently that others aren't doing?
Yeah, so we're basically bringing together all the brands and all the products that consuming those are either leaving a neutral or even a positive footprint on the environment. Some of these brands, the profits they take, they actually turn around and support upfront and on the ground projects to actually remove them. So we're not actively involving ourselves in trying to make people buy more. We're very similar to a lot of the brands out there that have had big campaigns where they're like, don't buy this product. And then in the small print, only if you really need to. So it's that kind of mentality, I suppose, of not really trying to go, hey, we're 75% off all the time, to try and inspire people, make them think they're getting a good deal, which, makes them click. So we're just trying to slow everything down a little bit, I suppose, on that front.
And no one's perfect. So how do you vet products, and what does genuinely sustainable actually mean?
Yeah. So vetting them as a consumer, it can be quite quick. You can have a quick look at the social media or the website of a brand and just see what their efforts are. It is a little bit time consuming, but generally sustainable isn't just the products being made from the right thing. It's also just looking at the brand overhaul and just making sure that their whole supply chain is actually supporting the environment, not just a flash in the pan greenwash marketing. There is some independent things out there like B Corp certification, 1% for the planet. These are global organisations. B Corp especially, they actually vet the entire business top to bottom. So if you see that, you can be confident that it's pretty good for sustainability.
I mentioned Black Friday, Cyber Monday. This is the time of the year when people are jumping online and jumping in their car and going to the shops. What's one thing that people can do today to try and make a bit of a difference?
I think slow down and breathe. We all get so frenzied at this time of year, and just being really conscious of, is this product I'm buying, is it going to be missed if I didn't get it for this as a gift? Am I just bulking out the bottom of the Christmas tree? But just thinking too, is it made to last? We've all bought these things that we thought would be a great idea, but they're just a flash in the pan. So is it going to last? Is there a more sustainable option in my budget? Is there a second-hand option that I could be getting to replace this as well? So you could also consolidate. If you've got a $50 budget to buy someone a gift, instead of 10 small gifts, maybe just get them a really good quality $50 gift, for instance. But I suppose the main thing it all comes back to is just being conscious about what you're buying. Just stop and think, take a breath, because we all get so frenzied at this time of year with all the promotions and flashes in front of us.
Well, there you go. Well, I remember as a kid, Mitch, you would get one present from your parents back in the day, and now you look at the kids these days and they get probably 5, 6, 7 presents. I mean, you're right. We are out of kilter in a lot of ways. Mitch Sargent, the founder of the new online marketplace, The Giving Co. Thank you so much for coming in this morning and giving us your time, but not just on this chat about fast fashion and sustainability, but also for the drop in a little earlier as well.
Absolute pleasure. Have a great Christmas all.